On, the family said the inmates alerted the police that Joe Tufo was dying, but the officers on duty failed to heed to the call. They claim it was only after he died that he was picked up and sent to the hospital. Joy News information suggests the victim was declared clinically dead on arrival at the hospital, where he was later rushed to. In the studio now, I have with me the distressed sister of the deceased, Margaret Brobe. Madam, it's great to have you in the studio.
You're welcome.
This is a very sad story, really. I mean, what did the police say happened?
Okay, actually, I was in the house around 3 a.m. in the morning, Wednesday, when I got a call from my junior brother that Kwaku is dead. I said, what happens? Because I traveled since I came about 10 days ago. I haven't seen my brother yet. So I said, what happened? He said, at the Medina police station. Then I said, what happened? He said, somebody arrested him. And then I was told this evening that she was a little bit sick. So I just had a call around 11 o'clock. One of the those boys in the cells whispered to me that my brother is in critical condition. If I don't rush there, he will die. And then when he called, I think about 30 minutes time, he called again that my brother died. So he died, and that's it. And the police has not said anything to you, because you told us that your brother was kept partially naked whilst in cells, and the police also say that it was because he was being taken to hospital, they couldn't put his clothes on. These contradictions, do they make you worried that you don't know exactly what happened, where your brother died, or you have the full facts? The fact is, I'm the first person who went to the police station. I got to the police station around 5:45. And when I got there, I got to the counter and asked them, where is Joseph Tufo? And he said, oh, wait a moment, mommy, we are coming. Then everybody was shocked. So they just turned around and found another person to come and tell me that she's at a police hospital. So then I said, police hospital? For what? He said he's sick, so we rushed him to police hospital. I said, okay. Then I called my brother that he's on the way coming, so I should wait for him. I waited till 6 o'clock. Then he came. When he came, we went back to the counter again and asked, because they know that my brother, he used to come there, so they know. So he asked, where is Tufo? And then they said, he's not here. They sent him to police hospital. Yeah. Then we call our sisters. That what the people are saying, I think it's this, because there was a son. You can see it from their face. They group. And then this is their family. There's been a whole lot of conspiracy around it. Let me hear from the lawyer. Lawyer Free is a legal practitioner. So, lawyer, I know that this is a very sad situation. The police is telling us a different story. When we try to contact the Greater Accra Regional Police Command, they say they are investigating this. But the thing is that, do these things happen often, where people die in the custody of the police service? Legally, what remedies are available for the victims of the family? Or, I mean, what do you see legally wrong in this?
Looking at the facts, you know, the state of custody in this country leaves a lot to be desired. And you can't put that blame altogether on the police. It is all our responsibility, you know, but they lack a lot of facilities, you know, in the police stations, especially to cater for people who are being held. You know, in the first instance, you know, the gentleman who has passed was in the custody of the police, and they're responsible for him. You know, at this juncture, you know, there are a lot of facts that are coming out. That's right. You know, and there has to be a full and proper investigation into what actually happened. You know, and possibly there should be an independent inquiry, you know, as to what actually happened, so that we can get to the bottom of it. It's unfortunate that a life has been lost, but possibly going forward we can all learn from this. But it happens quite a bit in our police stations. 4 days in police cells, that's an absolute violation of a person's rights. If within those 4 days he wasn't taken to court and tried by a court of competent jurisdiction, and within that period he dies. Yes, that's a gross violation of human rights. Reading the report, I think he was arrested on Good Friday, which was a public holiday. Saturday, the courts are not open, the courts are closed. Then Sunday and Monday was also a holiday. From what I have read, the police are saying that they took him to court on Tuesday, and I believe he was remanded into custody. Yeah. But we need to get to the bottom of it. Was he actually taken to the court? Because if he was taken to the court, and if he was suffering, and if he had an ailment, or he needed medical services, if he had a lawyer, you know, I am sure this would have been put to the court. So
they could have granted him conditional bail on medical grounds. Oh, yes. And of course, considering the fact that if he was kept in police custody from Friday, which was a holiday, through the weekend, 3 days in addition, through the Monday, which was a holiday, and then the Tuesday when the courts will be open, they surely should have let him go in 48 hours.
You know, the issue for me is, was he taken to court? I think we need to find out.
We need to find out.
And I don't think that is very clear.
And the police...
You know, it is important.
Yes. Yeah, they asked us that we're supposed to bring part of the money.
Which money? So it was a deal, like he sold a car.
Somebody bought a car. The lady who went to report the case bought a car from him. And then he said that he doesn't want that particular car. He wants a different car. And my brother said, let him sell this car.
And then I'll give you the money.
So she sells that. After about 2 or 3 weeks, then the girl went and reported the case. You see, so my other sister brought 1,000 Ghana plus 4,000 check.
All in an effort to pay off the
so that they will get
so that they can get him out of police cells,
because
and
he complained that he
give him some medical attention.
Feverish, a symptom
so
of
we
fever.
still don't have any police report. Do you have a report of the cause of death, maybe
not
autopsy
yet,
or
yet.
anything?
We are now, they said Tuesday.
Yeah. Right. Let's get onto the phone line now. We're joined by Sami Abochi, who is a human rights person on the telephone. So, Sami, good evening and thanks for joining us here. I mean, there's a lot of issues we don't know. The police is refusing, or well, I mean, the police say they're investigating. So we don't have the full picture yet. But this is a situation where a person in the custody of the police is dead. I mean, died. And from what we know, he was pronounced clinically dead by the time the police took him to hospital. Are there human rights elements here? And what would you advise the family to do under this circumstance?
Absolutely. There is a human rights issue here. First of all, good evening to your viewers and listeners. And the name is Samuel Agboche.
All right.
Yes, the name is Samuel Agboche. Yes, of course, there is a human rights issue here. Absolutely, there is. And I am surprised because what kind of attention do we pay to people who are in our custody as police officers? How do we pay attention to them? What kind of attention do we offer, or our services do we offer when people are in our custody? I don't know. I am not a lawyer. Fortunately, there's a lawyer with you there.
Yes, that's
so
right.
he can clarify. Do the police have the authority or the order or the capacity to grant a bail? Do we? I think I hear something like police bail.
Yes.
Do you have to go to court to be granted bail? Is that it? If he's on Good Friday, which is Saturday weekend, Sunday, Monday, do the police have the capacity? Or is it within their authority to grant this person a bail? And if he is taken to court on Tuesday, was it that he got sick all of a sudden on Wednesday, that on Tuesday they could not detect that this man is not feeling well? You see, the fact that you are in a custody or even in prison doesn't mean that you have lost your right.
Yes.
Your right, your dignity as a human being is intact.
Exactly.
And that should be respected, absolutely respected. I think we've had a lot of these people in custody.
Too many of this.
And so on and so forth. And it's about time we stand up and say that this is wrong.
Sami, let me hold you briefly because there's a lawyer here. I need to get some clarity over the simple issues. Lawyer, I need to find out if, for example, it's a holiday and the police arrest somebody, does the person need to be processed to court before he or she can be granted bail? Is that what the law says?
No, not necessarily. The police have a discretion. They can grant.
So bail is discretionary.
You have a
so
discretion
on a holiday, you can't decide to, by your own discretion, keep somebody in the cooler for 4 days and you lose their lives.
Well, the police have a discretion.
But what the police told us that because it's on the holiday, that's why they couldn't make the bail. That's what they told us.
So, Lawyer, the police in this situation, I mean, I know we don't have the full facts, but if we're looking at the fact that this man was not feeling too well, he possibly may have complained to an officer, a non-commissioned officer on duty about his condition. Couldn't the police have been discretionary in perhaps giving him some access to a doctor or giving him some bail? He has family members. Why should it get to this point?
Well, it is difficult because one doesn't know the reasons why the police were waiting to take him to court. But the police do have a discretion. It isn't a robbery matter, or a drugs-related matter.
But these days the police have become debt collectors. Is that what they're supposed to do? Somebody buys a car and then somebody owes them. So you go for police grabs you, perhaps intimidates you a while, keeps you in the cooler for 4 days and expects you to cough the money. Is that what the police is supposed to do?
No, that is not what they're supposed to do. It is
they
not
even asked them, she wants to even put a paper down and
let's let the lawyer clarify the legal issues first. Yeah.
It isn't up to the police to collect the complainant's money. That is not their job. And if this is what they were doing, then it's patently wrong.
But this happens every day.
Well, it happens every day, and I think it's as citizens of the country, we should ensure that these things do not happen at our police stations, because it isn't their duty to collect the complainant's money.
Do you need a lawyer to get a bail? I mean, because we're looking at the situation, if Joseph didn't have a lawyer and didn't have money to pay for a lawyer, he possibly couldn't get a lawyer to process his bail.
Well, not necessarily, because the police have a discretion, and this matter, looking at the facts, and
could have been given some form of bail.
Looking at the facts, is a case where the police could have exercised their discretion without any shadow of a doubt. They could have exercised that discretion, because they have the discretion to be able to give bail. It is a non-violent matter. This is somebody who is employed, and from what I've read, he's a car dealer, so he possibly has a permanent place of abode, and there are people who can stand surety for him. Why they didn't give him bail, or the police didn't grant him bail, that is a matter for them to answer.
That's a matter. So, Margaret, what is your family doing about this? Are you considering court action or legal action against the police service?
Yeah, as I'm standing here, we went to PIP. We had our statement down there. Because my brother had 8 children. 3 of them are at university. I'm not living here. Who is going to take care of them? He had a wife. I'm not here. And nobody can take care of them. So what are we going to do? Somebody who is not even a BP patient, who is not this thing, he doesn't have any sickness. He's a healthy person. Even I can show you at the mortuary, I can show you the picture at the mortuary, how he's healthy there. How comes? And let me tell the police, that Medina, what do you call it, cells, if they don't take care, it will be hell for them. Because the way the place is choked, the place is totally choked.
So you think the condition in the cell is inhumane?
Yes. So if they don't take care, assuming you are the one who's, I think, let me put it aside, you are the one living in your house comfortably, and you haven't been to this place before, and they're coming there for 2 days, you cannot stand there.
So you are not in Ghana. Where are you? Where do you live?
I'm in Ghana, but I used to travel a lot.
Okay, so you're always back and forth. So this is the big issue for your family.
Of
so
course.
Apart from court
because
action,
our mother died not quite 4 months ago.
Yes,
and the father too died.
Someone Butcher, I hear you want to come in. So let's hear you now.
Yeah, I think that much as the police as an institution, they have the right to do their own investigation.
Yes.
I am also calling for an independent investigation. I think the sister of this gentleman should go to Siraj to lodge a formal complaint. Siraj has some deficiency, as we all know, couldn't go into these kind of things on their own. So this sister of this gentleman should go to Siraj and lodge a formal complaint. Let's see how the Siraj will handle this issue. It is very easy to determine the outcome of, the fact of this issue. They can speak to the inmate.
So Samuel, you don't think that the Police Professional Intelligence Bureau, the PIPS, which is responsible for professional conduct of the police service, is able to deal with this sufficiently? I mean, so you're saying that because of that, she should consider going to the charge?
No, from the human rights point of view, please, we will call for Shraj to go into this. We want Shraj to independently handle this issue. The police can go ahead and do their own investigation, but Shraj should take up this issue, should investigate, and to make the outcome of this investigation public for all of us to see. We need to correct these errors that are happening every day to human beings. This is a life. This is a life. This gentleman could have been helped to survive and pay whatever debt it is, not with his life. Not with his life. Not. It is our duty to protect the life of everybody, including those in our custody. It's happening in the hospitals. It's happening in our prisons. It's happening. Why can't we take people's life serious? So I think Shraj should go into this and make the outcome of this investigation public. The lady should go to Shraj as early as possible, and let's see what will happen.
Very sad, Samuel. We're grateful for your time, although very briefly, but we're grateful that you could make time with us on today's big story. So let me come to you, Lawyer Friye. We have a crisis on our hand. A life is lost. We're standing here and doing all the analysis. The police is not willing, beyond telling us that they have launched investigations into this. They're not willing to tell us. But can you say that in your legal practice you haven't seen people being held in prison cells for sometimes up to a month without even being put through the correct processes to get fair justice and hearing? Is this common?
Well, unfortunately, it is quite common, and it happens in our system. But what we have to do is, as and when these matters occur, it's important that people are aware of what their rights are. You know, and if possibly you can seek legal advice, do so. You know, if possibly you feel that you're capable enough of taking up the matter yourself, do so. But I think being quiet and leaving it, as we say, leaving it to God or whatever it is not an option.
So you would also advise the family should push this to the last end.
They should push it.
I mean, they should use every muscle to press for justice.
They should push it, because our police service is undergoing a lot of transformation, you know, and they themselves need to learn from this, you know, and I would advise the family to push it as far as they can, so that we get to the truth of it, you know, in terms of why, you know, the police took the actions that they took, you know, so that it doesn't happen again.
So in professional, if, for example, the police conducts its investigations and established that there was professional negligence, is there anything that can be done to the individuals that perhaps were identified as being present when the man was held in custody and later subsequently died?
Well, yes, of course. I mean, the police have the internal processes, yes, and they will use that. And even after those mechanisms have been completed, you know, the whole report can be looked at, and it, you know, and upon advice, the family can act on it.
Right. So, Madam, I'll take your final word. Our condolences to your family. We know that this is particularly a very sad moment for you. So, you've done what you can do. You've gone to PIPS, police PIPS. You've lodged a complaint. Now, what's next?
The next is we are going to have a lawyer so that we proceed the case to court. And we want to do our own private postmortem. We don't want the police to do the postmortem for us.
You don't trust the police?
We don't trust them because they are telling us lies. Lies. When we went to the commander, she was shivering like hell. She don't know what to say, but we are just quiet. And we went there about 5 women or 6 women with only 1 man. He think that we are cheap. We are not cheap. We are from Jamasi. We know our right. If you don't know, we know our right. Yes.
You definitely are.
So we are going to hold the case. You shouldn't take it easy. He's not going to take it easy. He paid us. It's our big brother.
Yeah.
It's our big brother. Anything that was happening to us, he used to come, he used to help everybody. It's not that they are going to take it easy, that they take everything in common. The police, because he called them, the boy, there is a guy in. She used to work at GTV. He said when we call him, he will come. She was there. They granted a bed yesterday. That he was there when my brother was shouting, I can't breathe. Please open the door for me. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. They didn't open the door, so the man died. And anyone who heard this noise and he didn't open the door is going to pay back. I swear heaven and earth. She will pay back. And how? Joe, a gentleman like Joseph, being taken to hospital naked, to hell of Joseph. She was trained at Canada. How? He had 2 Canadian children. And then he had 3 half-caste and 3 black children. How comes? They don't think that they're going to get it easy. They won't get it easy. Even 10 years, we will deal with them. Because Ghana police are trying to frustrate people in Ghana. How come the police can go around with a patrol? I'm advising them, if they have doctors, they can go patrolling each and every cell every night. Or they can get an ambulance that a police doctor be inside. When they call them, there's a crisis here, they can go there. They won't stand for the thing to come there before they will say, oh, this thing, that the man is dying here, then the person died.
Well, Margaret Brobe, we see there's a very sad story, but Margaret Brobe is obviously distressed. Is a brother of a man who, a 53-year-old man who died and put in the care of the Medina police, and they're doing everything to get justice. So we're grateful to you, Madame Brobe, and to you also, lawyer also Free, for your quick response to our request at a very short notice.
Is he the only person who own in Ghana? You see, those people own a lot. Even Ghana government won't. How comes? How comes? People used to take Ghana government money, own money without doing anything. Somebody owns only 7,000 Ghana and being kept in the cells to die. To hell of these people. We are going to deal with them. Those who have been chopping Ghana's money, big money, they are fooling around with enjoying air conditioning, and you put this man into cells to hell. Well,
I'm afraid this is all time will allow us. My name is Stephen Enti. On this sad note, we'll wrap for today's big story.